Look around you right now. The place you're sitting, the phone in your hand, the money you think you have. None of it is really yours. And the most disturbing part? This didn't happen because something went wrong. It happened because everything went exactly as planned. There is a strange feeling many people can't explain anymore. A quiet pressure in the background of everyday life. You do everything you're supposed to do. You work, you pay, you follow the rules. And yet, it always feels like you're one mistake away from losing everything. That feeling isn't personal. It isn't weakness. It isn't failure. It's structural. You're not failing the system. The system is using you. From the moment you're young, you're told a simple story. Work hard, be responsible, buy a home, build a life. And one day, you'll finally own something. But ownership today doesn't mean what it used to. It doesn't mean control. It doesn't mean security. It doesn't mean permanence. It means permission, and permission can always be revoked. Let's start with the most important thing people believe they own: their home. You pay for it every month. You maintain it. You build memories inside it. But miss a few payments and it's gone. Fall behind on taxes and it's gone. Break a regulation and it's gone. You don't own land. You occupy it conditionally. The bank owns the leverage. The state owns the authority. You own the responsibility. That's not ownership. That's supervised access. And it doesn't stop at housing. Your car is financed, insured, registered, and trackable. Your phone can be disabled remotely. Your software doesn't belong to you at all. It's licensed. Even your digital photos don't live with you. They live on someone else's server. Modern ownership has been replaced with access, temporary access, revocable access. And access can always be taken away quietly. There was a time when buying something meant owning it. You bought music and it was yours forever. You bought a tool and repaired it yourself. You bought a game and it worked offline. Now you don't buy products, you subscribe to experiences. Music, movies, cars, software, fitness, education. Stop paying and your world shuts down politely. No confrontation, no argument, just a login screen that no longer works. You are no longer a customer, you are a user. And users don't own anything, they behave. You were told you sell your labor, but that's not true. You sell your time. The only resource you can never replace. You wake up to alarms you didn't choose, rush through mornings you barely remember, spend your best hours under artificial light staring at screens. And in exchange, you receive money that loses value faster than you can save it. The system doesn't want you exhausted enough to rebel. It wants you tired enough to comply. Just enough pressure to keep moving, not enough clarity to stop. Debt makes sure of that. Debt is not just financial, it's psychological. Student loans decide your career. Mortgages decide where you live. Credit cards decide how afraid you are to say no. A person without debt can walk away. A person with debt is predictable. Debt doesn't need guards. It doesn't need force. It keeps you obedient all by itself. Money used to exist physically. You could hold it, hide it, save it. Now, money flickers. A number in a database, a permission inside a system. Every transaction recorded, every habit tracked, every pattern analyzed. When money becomes fully digital, control becomes invisible. No bans, no violence, no resistance, just limits, quiet limits. You didn't notice surveillance arrive because it came disguised as convenience. Smartphones, apps, notifications. You traded privacy for comfort, and comfort is the most effective leash ever created. You don't need to be watched aggressively. You just need to be measured constantly. You think you are the client. You're not. You are the product. Your attention, your behavior, your data. Platforms don't serve you, they shape you. And once your identity lives inside systems you don't control, it can be edited or erased. Everything is rented now. Homes, cars, tools, status, identity. Even your reputation is borrowed from platforms that can delete it overnight. You don't build digital property, you build profiles. And profiles can disappear. Ownership creates independence. Independence creates unpredictability. The system doesn't want unpredictability. A population that owns property is hard to move. A population that owns businesses is hard to silence. A population that owns nothing adapts quietly. And that is the point. The wealthy don't collect things, they collect systems, land, infrastructure, platforms, patents, networks. They don't subscribe, they charge subscriptions. They don't worry about inflation, they design assets that benefit from it. While ordinary people chase stability, the elite design rules that guarantee instability for everyone else. This didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen by accident. It happened slowly, legally, politely. Freedom wasn't taken, it was diluted. Replaced with convenience, wrapped in speed, hidden behind screens. Until nobody noticed it was gone. So ask yourself a different question. Not what you use, not what you pay for. What do you control? Because ownership today isn't about objects, it's about choice. And the less you own, the fewer choices you're allowed to make. You don't own anything, not because you failed, but because the system works better that way. The only real threat to it is awareness, and now that you see it, you can't unsee it.